I'm Manali Hirani. I'm an architect and interior designer. I've been practicing since 3 years. My firm is MHDA, Manali Hirani Design Atelier. And my design philosophy has always been very intuitive and art driven, you may say, because my artistic instincts has always uh, my first inspiration. So yeah, and I have been designing spaces which are more expressive and more sensible. So I think that's one of the goal where I don't ever, leave that side of the process ever. Like it's always human and experiential. Ever since like I was a child, I think I've always been attached to art as a kid also, because I've always like used to paint, participate in painting competitions or craft. Or I've been always associated with art since my childhood, since I remember. So it has always shaped me as a person who I am right now, and also as designer now, because the instinct is always there. So I think it's first art and then how I design and how I perceive design. Not at all. It's not, I don't believe art is just a showpiece. I think it is more about the story and the narrative that it brings into the space. And for me, it's part of the process. So it's not something design is different and visualizing art in the space is different. It's like a parallel process of thinking both simultaneously. So I did a project recently in Pune where it was a young couple, and the guy was from Udaipur and the girl was from Kolkata. So it's two vibrant cities, and I had to do something which reflects their roots, right? Which reflects their personality and their culture together. So it was really interesting, and I was really fascinated about the project only because, wow, what will I do? The colors of the cities and everything. So I think there it was not just about the artwork, but it was also about designing, thinking of the colors and the art of forms they are coming from, so I think that project was really nice in that sense. It was a very thematic project because of that. And what I did was bringing, as I said, it was more about the colors. So I brought colors through the art forms into the space. So I think that was really interesting. Of course, energy and storytelling both. More of the storytelling because uh, my process of negotiating with client has always been about storytelling. I always um, talk in a way where my story comes first and then the design. So I think story has been one really good factor in showcasing my theme for the project. I think it completely depends on what project demands, and also what client envisions the space to be. If it's a creative space, the inspiration would be really different. And if it's, for example, if it's a natural retreat, like I commissioned, like, because I used to paint. I was working on a project which was a boutique resort near Junagadh, and we had to conceptualize the art work for all the rooms. And what we did was we looked for the species, bird species, and we got the birds to be painted. And I think that was, and so that's how I feel the inspiration comes from the surrounding, from how guests should feel when they enter the space, and to know the space better and the surrounding better through art. I have not collaborated with any professional artist yet, but I remember like my first breakthrough project where I got this hand painted wallpaper from Kalakari Hath. So I think it was very interesting for me, talking to them, talking about my requirements and what I need, and they curated that wallpaper according to the wall and the theme. So I think that was really interesting. I think things are changing since past few years. Things are really changing. People are now looking at, because India is a diverse country and we have so many art forms, and I feel now people are trying to, and especially clients as well, they want their house and spaces speak of art. So I think that's really, I think things are changing. I'm really happy about how um, art sector is coming to life, and um people are talking about it. I think the process of where the art is coming from, the techniques, take its, maybe for example in the case of the project that I was talking about, I was looking for Kali Ghat because I wanted some Bengal influence. So I think it's also about the context what we are looking at. So I think that process is really important. What kind of art is needed in the space. So I think it's about the technique and the place the art is coming from. And I think art advisor would really help in giving us the knowledge about the various artists that we are not aware of in, in general. So I think it will be really great to have an art advisor and to have that insight of that art, because it's only meaningful then. It's something like we put something on the wall and you don't know where it is coming from and who made it and what's the process behind it and thought behind it. I think it's really important to know that. Yeah.